Yeah, cruising in the ocean with my fellas, waving at the shore, we got all them people jealous. They see that we shining from way over yonder. Gotta thank my father, my sponsor, for putting me on board and also giving me the capability to live life with no fear, create buzz with no beer. God is the reason why I live like this. Now everybody hating me, now I feel like Chris. Working out, eating right, now I look like this. Phone filled with different numbers, now my ex all pissed. Now I'm playing, she don't care cause she move like this. Man, I ain't hating cause she bad, man, we all ruthless. Man, I got money in my pocket, diamonds on my pinky and that brain.
All right, go ahead. What you say?
Yeah, so apparently John Cena did not get Brock Lesnar to wrestle him for his retirement show.
He said he
It was
denied it.
He's denying it. He said he did not do it. Like
Man,
he had no hand on getting him back to WWE, none of that stuff, which is interesting.
I don't believe that.
Um, but I don't believe it either. But like what he was saying was they'll deal it. He said I play. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is.
Oh,
Like in
you
other
got? Do you
words,
got
like
that? Do you got that? We can read that. Do
yeah,
you got
we can
that?
read it. Yeah, I can read it for sure
Yeah,
if you want to.
yeah. But
Let me see.
that was good. That was good.
Right, for
That
sure.
was a good one.
So Johnson speaks on his reaction to Brock Lesnar's return. I've been saying the same thing for 25 years. They bill them, I play them. You know, I'm just really excited. We got like 12 of these things left. I think SummerSlam was an indication from the audience where everybody kind of knows where we're closing our book. And just because I closed my book in December, that doesn't mean the WWE closes its books. They got to continue their programming going forward. So they're just trying to make the most exciting shows for the fans. A dozen of them I got left. They deal them, I play them.
Right.
So what
Yeah.
he's saying is they're the ones that got him. They got Brock Lesnar back involved with this whole entire thing.
He's fronting. Yeah, right.
But here's what I'll say. Here's what I said. Maybe him and Hunter had talked about it creatively, and Hunter was able to work out a deal as to get Brock Lesnar involved, a new contract, yada, all the perks, right? Whatever it was going to be, right? They probably got all that laced up on their own. So when he said they deal it, maybe he's saying they deal it, you know what I'm saying, because he couldn't do it. He just probably had a hand of telling them to deal with it. Or it's
Yeah.
like, okay, for instance, throwing out an idea. It would probably be good for me to get Brock on because he was an integral part of my career. I could remember
Exactly.
the times.
Right.
Boom.
Right.
He came back in
Right.
the Ruthless Aggression era.
Hmm.
He came back in 2012, 2012. And yeah, so he's been like my toughest opponent. So like, why not bring him back? I know he got the boom, boom, boom. Let's bring him back here. You know what I'm saying? Because it's
Right.
his home and whatever, right? So that could have just been that, and then maybe Hunter and all them, Nick Khan and all them got involved with Brock, got him on the phone, talked it out, and rest is history, right? So that's what I think he's probably saying. But if he because my thing is, if John Cena got him, the only thing about John Cena getting him is John Cena doesn't have a creative hand in sense of like,
Bro, let's keep it real. Let's
yeah,
keep it
go
real.
ahead.
For people to say that John Cena don't got a creative hand, they done lost their mind. This man is
No, 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 no,
this
no, no,
man.
no.
You gotta, bro. The world knows that all John Cena's opponents is what John Cena created. They already talked about this before when they
Got
said
you.
this was an idea that John Cena came up with years ago on how he wanted it in his career. Before they
Yeah,
did that, I guarantee everybody in the back that as far as Triple H and the ones that we seen with Unreal, as far as the writers and all of that stuff,
right,
they
right.
all sat there and was like, who are going to be all of your opponents? And they threw everybody on the table. Now, maybe some people might not have been chosen, but everybody was on the table. I guarantee
Right.
Batista was probably on the table. Brock Lesnar was on the table, but they were all sitting on that table, though.
Edge.
All of them. They was like, yo, if you can make this happen, we could do this. So
Yeah.
John Cena ain't for him to try to sit there and play. Oh, they deal him, I play him. It's the same thing as Seth Rollins saying, "I'm not injured." I don't want to hear it.
Right. It's a work. It's a
It's
work.
definitely a work, like bro. And now knowing that they do works publicly, that's why it's so
Yeah.
dope. I'm like,
It is.
freaking
It
Seth
is.
Rollins was on all TV networks telling people he was injured.
The same thing with R2. The same thing with R2 when R2 came out Hunter and R2's son was like, no, you did not. You didn't
Yeah,
sign us.
work.
The fans guys back. Boom, boom, boom. That also could have been a work because
It
WWE
could have been a
already
work.
got you. Like
Could have
prior
been
to
a
all
work,
this.
man.
Yeah, bro.
Go to where it worked. So that's why I'm like, bro, he got his hands in that. They're not a lot. John Cena's last farewell tour being the GOAT, he got his hand all in that joint. There's nowhere in the world that they're gonna choose his fate. He get to choose it. That's why I'm like, nah, John Cena knew exactly what he was doing with the Brock Lesnar joint. He knew that. He knew that. But I'm just anxious because he said he got 12 left. They deal him out, play him. Yeah, John Cena. Just like the same thing you said, that's best for business. And then when best for business is when you turn heel. You know what you're doing, bro. You ain't stupid.
Let me
You
ask
can
you,
talk, bro.
man, because I'm glad you brought that up because I want to ask you this. And I was watching David Beck's reaction to John Cena and Clay Rose's Night 2 SummerSlam match, and he
Yeah.
loved it. He talked about like how he loved it. He said, "I'm glad the Rock was not involved with it.
Yeah,
Obviously,
facts.
starts at the final boss. It is what
Uh-huh.
it is. What can you do about it?" But my question to you is: did he point out something that I kind of like felt like it is not entirely true, but I guess there's some truth to it. So I want to ask you. Did John, because this is his opinion, I'm going to tell you his opinion when I ask this question. Did John Cena's heel turn work?
Uh oh, okay, no, not the face turn. I mean, not him going back face, but the heel part, the
The
heel.
heel, yeah.
You said did it work?
Yes.
No.
Okay, okay. I want to get your take on this. I want to hear it. I want to hear your take on this.
No. The reason why I don't think it worked,
Yeah.
and this is like I keep saying, I've been saying
I'll
this
take.
forever.
I'll take.
It's
Go
the
ahead.
WWE's fans' fault on anything.
Yes.
On any and all things, it's the WWE's fans' fault. I
Yes.
think his heel turn did not work because of the fact that he was still getting pops. He didn't get the
Yes.
pop like when he did on the last SummerSlam, like just happened. That pop was crazy. They were waiting to do that. They were waiting because they was like, oh, he came back. But they still was cheering for him while he was, oh, and you terrible fans, and especially that kid right there in the front row, and it didn't work.
That did work.
It didn't work. That didn't work.
No, the
People
kid, the
still,
kid thing, no, that kid thing worked. That little boy is about ready to be crying. That
yeah,
worked.
but yeah, but that was the only thing out of the whole time. Like the whole it wasn't. It was like bro, cats was still cheering for him. They wasn't booing him out the gym. Maybe
Yes.
because of the people that he was going against. They was like, yeah, we wanna boo John Cena, but look who he going against. It's like, yeah, no, we're gonna root for CM Punk. We're gonna root for Randy. We're gonna root for, but Cena. This is still his last hurrah, and this is the last time we're gonna see him on pay per view. We're not gonna boo him. So that's why I don't think it's gonna. But that's the fans. Just like for example,
Right.
off of John Cena for a second, but on to Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins was like, bro, all of y'all should shut up. Because it was y'all turned y'all back on me on da 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 da. Was they not still cheering for him?
Yep.
They were
They
still
want you.
so you can't so when it comes to stuff like that, you just go with the product. You just go with the flow. It's like, man, whatever. We can't control anything with the fans no more. It's just like
Still a dope heel turn. I will say, still a dope heel turn from Johnson. That was still one of the best heel turns I've seen in professional wrestling history, bar none. With that said, in my opinion, I feel like it did work, and here's why. Here's why I feel like it worked, right? Because it made his whole retirement tour that more unpredictable, right? And what I mean is, we start off Johnson having his babyface run. We start off Johnson going to the heel turn. Then you have him come back into babyface, which is what we all had expected. We just didn't know when he's going to do it, but we know he's going to do it this soon. We thought by sometime by the end of the year he's going to do it because everybody had all the different ideas as to how he would get there, right? And so, and there was always teases that John Cena didn't really want to hit the belt on nobody. He didn't want to hit the low blow. He was conflicted after being Randy Orton. He felt like he was really messing himself up. He tried going back to being the Cena of old, but like every single time he felt like he was just getting. The reason why I feel like it worked for me was because I love his thesis as to why he did what he did, why he turns back his back on the WWE fans. Like that promo that he did in Brussels, to me, is arguably one of his best promos. Like it was a great promo, and he like the line where he said, "I'm not a babyface, I'm not a heel, I'm a human being." Like where that was obvious. Like now, granted, we know portrayal wise, you are a heel, but for him to say that was to say at the end of the day, like I have feelings, and you guys harassed me for years, and this and that and third, boom, boom. I feel like John Cena had that idea of turning heel a long, long time ago, and for him to show it in his last year, to me, was dope. Now, in terms of the crowd reaction, you can't control the crowd reaction. You just can't at this point. You can't. You
But
cannot
that
control how they
decides the
feel.
but that decides the heel and the face. That's why it didn't work.
I completely agree. I completely agree. Which is why when he turned heel, it was like the problem with them turning him heel is the crowd weren't booing John Cena around that time. No one was booing John Cena. Everyone at that point in time were respecting John Cena. Every time he came out, it was cheers, loud cheers at that. Ever since when he came back in 2021, ever since 2021 happened with him and Roman Reigns, when Roman Reigns was being edged at Money in the Bank, he came out and he came out to a loud pop because we didn't see him for about over a year. Ever since that happened, the following years that came around for John Cena, not one time did everybody go boo John Cena sucks. You weren't hearing no chants. They dissipated. They went completely away. And so the problem with I get you busy because the problem with it was one, the timing. Two, this is your retirement tour, and then three, the crowd doesn't really like hate you like that because you're too respected. They respected all you have done for 20 plus years, and in the 20 plus years that you have done great for WWE, how do you expect them to go about hating you? Because now, to their minds, being a bad guy means you're now more cooler, you're now more fresher, you're now more this, you're now more that. When the reality is, my whole purpose of being a bad guy is to get all you guys to not like me whatsoever. But the point. But you do that. I'm gonna tell you something, BZ, right quick. Full disclosure. Matter of fact, not even full disclosure. Side note here. That's what worked. That's what worked with MJF. Okay. MJF back in the days of AEW of old, or I'll say back in like 2019, the crowd jeered him. The crowd hated him. They thought he sucked. They thought he was not a good wrestler. They could not stand him because he was trash talking to him all the time, and he worked effectively as a heel. The moment it turned for MJF, as when the crowd started to cheer for him, was when he did that pipe bomb ass promo he did for AEW when he called out all the WWE ass guys who were getting paid. And ever since that promo, the crowd has remained, we love MJF, we hate MJF. We love MJF, we hate MJF. Fickle, pretty much, right? But at that point, but back then, it was all, we hate MJF. You guys, we're getting to the point now in professional wrestling around this age where people are figuring out babyfaces and heels entirely too much. And they're figuring out when a babyface turns, when a heel turns. They're figuring out it way too much. Back then, you kept it completely under wraps. It's been exposed. Just like how WWE Unreal was. Exposed. John Cena's heel turn didn't necessarily work. I feel like it worked to a degree. But it didn't work entirely because of the factors that I just included. So I agree with David Greco to a degree, but I do feel like Cena was getting. I'll put it this way: he was getting half and half. Some of the fans who still were rocking with John Cena, wearing his clothes, boom, 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 were cheering him still, and some who saw right through him or whatever it was the case may be, personal side, I don't know. We're
But
cheering.
but that's the reason why I can't put it up there because when Hogan turned, the ring was trash.
Oh, yes.
When Cena turned, there was nobody tripping on that. They was just shocked.
Except for the kids.
And there was just the kids. Everybody else was like, finally, 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 which means that didn't work. That didn't work. You did what the fans wanted you to do. Hogan's turn, you didn't do what the fans wanted you to do because the fans didn't want that. They didn't want that. You did what the fans wanted you to do until Hogan made it cool. After Hogan made it cool, that was it. Then he didn't get booed no more because they was just like, nah, you can't beat them. Join them. Now everybody got NWO shirts. Now everybody just NWO'd up. Like, oh yeah, NWO for life. They got the best music. Hogan got the best outfits. He got whatever. You can't be mad when that situation happens. Nothing changed for John Cena because John Cena even said it. I'm not changing my gear. I'm not changing my music. I ain't changing nothing. That's what he said. That's what y'all want. I'm not
That's
giving
what
it
they
to you.
wanted.
I'm not giving it to you. And everybody's like, yeah, yeah. It didn't work. It would have worked if they would have been like, boo, boo. Why not turn it? We want to see the. It didn't work. It didn't work. It was half and half. Half, like you said, the kids, they was pissed. The kids was like, oh my gosh. But you see all the effort he had to do to make the kids pissed. He had to talk about the kids. Other than that, like, no. The Hogan, he didn't have to say nothing. He had to say jack. He just went in there and leg dropped. Then all of a sudden, they like, oh, grown men and women in that mug crying.
No,
What the
no, I
heck
said
is
that.
going
No,
on?
busy. Because if you remember, when Hogan turned heel, he cut from a right after, and that's when he started doing all that trashing.
Yeah,
That's when he started
but
doing all that
what
trashing.
he
But
did
so
when he
if
when he
he
did
come after, when he started talking,
when he did the leg drop, everybody was pissed before he even grabbed the mic.
I got you.
Before
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
they started booing out the gym before he even grabbed the microphone. As soon as he did the leg drop, everybody was like, "Boo! What's going on?" Then when Hogan grabbed the mic, it helped with the trash. And then
Yep.
every week it was trash, 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 trash. Spray paint on
That's
the back,
crazy.
trash, trash, trash. It wasn't never like that
That
with
is
John Cena.
crazy.
It wasn't
That's
like that with
crazy.
John Cena at all.
I didn't know that was a week thing. That's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
every
wild.
week, every week, trash. The ring got trash. Next week, trash. The ring got trash. And now, me learning from Unreal. I know this is the reason why people don't want to watch it, and I get it. But by Unreal, there was a segment in Unreal where Jacob Fatu hit a crowd person, and they was like, no, no, don't hit a
I
crowd
remember
person.
that. Yep.
But then Triple H was like, oh no, that's an extra. That's an extra. Which means that there's people in the crowd on
Yep.
purpose doing this stuff to make these people react a certain way.
Yes.
Now I'm looking, I'm like, it's probably people in the crowd that was
And
throwing
if you're
trash in the ring
right,
on
and if you
purpose.
remember, I'm with you. And if you remember, around that time, that's when Fatu was still a heel going against Braun Strowman. He wasn't in a babyface yet.
Right,
They were still portraying him as a heel, so he was in a full turn. He was in a full. He was getting crowd reactions, but he was in a full babyface around that time,
right.
like fully. So, but yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So that's what I'm like, that's why I think like it didn't work because Hogan worked. I think Hogan's turn was the best turn of all time. There's nothing ever going to be better than that. John Cena's turn was the most shocking. Not that was it. Because nobody seen it coming. Everybody knew it was coming because everybody was looking for it. Because John Cena is like, okay, like, what's the difference between us wanting John Cena to turn heel and us wanting Cody Rhodes to turn heel? It's the same thing. We're tired of the character. We say the same thing for Sami Zayn. We're tired of
The,
the character.
here was the problem. Here was the problem, and this goes back to what I was just saying. The timing of the heel turn did not work. It was the timing because remember there was reports that came out that John Cena's the actual plan for him to turn heel was back in 2012. He had new gear made. I said he had new gear made, new interesting artists. So maybe if you watch Chris Van Glenn Bleak interview or if you saw an episode about it, he said the plan was to initially have him turn heel back in 2012, and Vince McMahon and all of them had set up that way. He was going to turn heel, but they pivoted because Make a Wish and all the other something to say we can't sacrifice it. So Vince McMahon kept him as a babyface for so long that by the time you get to the retirement tour, it's not going to work. Not only it was the only reason why it worked to a degree is because it looked cool on the surface. To your point, it was shocking. It was unexpected. It was like groundbreaking. Oh my God, John Cena's finally has went to the dark side. Cool. But do I absolutely hate John Cena? Because around that time in 2012, you remember, the crowd was not cheering John Cena. They was not cheering John Cena. Like every crowd that John Cena came towards, there was not too many people cheering for Cena. And if, at best, he would get let's go Cena such chance. He would get all that. So, but John Cena was good. He's still trying to train on babyface. It's just around that time they weren't respecting him. In 2025, they have come to respect him. That's the difference. The reason we claim for Cody Rhodes turn heel difference to highlight the difference between him and John Cena is because Cody works better as a heel. When you look at him, It screams heel. It doesn't scream baby face. For real, for real. To be honest with you, it doesn't. Now
There's a lot of
that's
people that ain't agreeing with
totally,
that though.
huh?
There's nobody. There's not. There's a lot of people that's not agreeing with that though. A lot of people love what Cody Rhodes is doing right now as a face. There's a
Now,
lot of
okay,
people that
I want
love
to say a lot.
Cody
I
Rhodes
want
still
to say a
get a
lot,
pop.
but
Cody
there
Rhodes
are
still get a pop.
some.
He still gets a pop, bro. What are you
No,
talking
I
about?
agree. I agree, BZ. What I'm saying is not the people in the crowd. I'm talking about the people that talks like outside the WWE's product as far as like on television. Like when we're talking about it like on YouTube or wherever, like you know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like
we can't
yeah,
count
like
them. They
or
don't
on
count.
Twitter or Facebook. Yeah, that's what I'm
They don't
saying.
count
Or
though.
like for
They don't
instance,
count though. They don't count though.
or
You can only count
sure,
about the
but
crowd.
okay,
You can't count them.
okay. I'll give you an example. I'll give you an example right quick. And this guy is close to me and you already know him, Larry.
You still
He
can't
has
count them.
he has gone on the record to say he has been clamoring for a Cody Rhodes heel turn since last year.
But
That
that's
whole
because
Cody, huh?
But that's because we're tired of them allowing Cody Rhodes to win the matches that he's winning. This has nothing to do with Cody
No,
Rhodes.
he don't. That's not how he feels. He says, in his opinion,
Well, I can't speak
Cody
for Larry till Larry get on the phone.
yeah. You're right. I would be doing this service, but he'll give you his style on the story when it comes to that. But my point is, he's been clamoring for it, and I think you would agree you was clamoring for it too. But I can see your reasoning
Because he
for
said
it.
it's boring. Because Larry said it was boring.
Okay.
So I'm like, but what baby face do we got that's not boring? Roman Reigns ain't boring, but at the same time, Roman Reigns ain't saying nothing. So if
Oh,
he ain't saying nothing, what it?
that's you said that's not boring.
Yeah. What
Jay
baby
Uso,
face we got that's not boring?
Jay Uso.
Yeah, he okay, and who else?
You would say Sami Zayn's boring, obviously. Sami Zayn,
Yeah, he's boring.
but
But the reason why he's boring is because of what? Sami Zayn ain't on the microphone talking like that. He don't be on like that. And then when we watch his matches, it's just like you're telling the underdog stories. That's kind of boring because we already know about underdog stories.
how they work out.
Exactly. You got to give me something that I don't know the outcome for it to be like whatever. So it's not even really. It's not like oh we can't stand Cody Rhodes or we can't stand Sami Zayn or because let's say this. What if Cody Rhodes goes heel and his character gets worse? Then what you say? What do
He
you
gets
say
worse
then?
in what degree?
Like now it's promos. Now his promos are terrible if he's kicking the promo. And now in the match, he ain't doing nothing. It's not exciting no more. It's not exciting no more. He's doing exactly what John
To a
Cena.
degree,
He's doing exactly what everybody was said that John Cena was doing. Oh, all John Cena doing is hitting people with belts and then cheating. That's
right.
boring. That's boring. If you're doing the same
And
stuff,
it's
John
not
Cena won
likable.
every
It's not
match.
likable. It's not
That's what I'm
likable.
saying.
So
That's
to a
boring.
degree, so again, going back to what I was saying, to a degree, that does as a heel, that works because you're generating heel. You're
Oh,
generating heel heat. Don't people don't like it. You're making your because I'm gonna be honest, I hated those finishes. I hated John Cena having to grab the championship and hit his opponents with it to win his matches or doing the low blow. I hated that. But
Cody's about to
again,
do the same thing. And if Cody's doing the same thing, everybody better keep the same energy
yes,
because everybody's
absolutely.
excited about
But
Cody Rhodes
but
going heel. Like,
but
bro, he's not going to bring nothing different, bro.
to answer your question, I agree. Hopefully not, but we'll see. To answer your question, I think the purpose of your what you're asking will be for that. The purpose for it is deliberate. Like he would do it on the purpose for the sake of generating that heel heat. He would cut terrible promos on purpose. He would wrestle a certain way on purpose. He would cheat on purpose. He would probably get a lot of help on purpose. Because the idea is you can't see Kurt Rhodes getting past himself doing it on his own. So what he's going to do is effectively is do everything in his book to make sure that you're hating him coming out of it. Therefore, he's doing his job and he's getting
Right.
a reaction. So in that case, to be honest with you, that's genius actually. Now,
But that's
but I
genius
agree
on
I
his
agree with
side.
but
That's
I
genius
do
on his
think
side. But when you look at the product
right.
and the way people gonna look at it, they're gonna be like, bro, we don't like this, bro. This is boring. This is gonna be podcast episodes that we create when we're gonna be like, this your turn is kind of whack. This
Okay,
is
I'm gonna play devil's advocate with you. I'm gonna play devil's advocate with you. Was Dominic Mysterio boring to you as a heel?
always.
You just answer my question. You just answer your
always.
own question.
But the fans just started liking Dominic Mysterio because of the fact that they wanted to see something different. They ain't gonna do that with Cody Rhodes. Did they see Cody Rhodes too much? They see him too much. We see John
It's
Cena
now
was gone. John Cena was
on
gone for
right
years.
and
When John
on.
Cena came back, it made sense. You can't pull
Mhm.
that stunt.
Yes,
You
yes,
can't
and
pull that
on.
stunt right now.
I'm in agreement because on programming right now, when you see Cody Rhodes comes out for his Raw or SmackDown, the man's not getting booed. The only time he got
No,
booed was in between John Cena. But ever since he come back to WWE, that man universally gets cheered. They love Cody Rhodes.
right,
They're not booing Cody Rhodes. I mean, does great
right.
things outside of the business. Now, he did say that maybe in a couple of years from now, he probably might go that route, but maybe not. I saw his post show press conference where he was doing for SummerSlam, and he was talking about the idea of wanting to go there and talk about, like, it goes
He said
everything by my
whatever.
morals. It goes against
He
my
said
my, my
whatever happens
virtues.
is gonna be because the fans did it. We follow the fans. It's gonna be based on the fans.
That's
If
literally
the turn
what he
happens, it's
said.
because of the fans. And they
Yeah,
just booed him, which means that that's coming because they just booed him. They just booed him out the gym when they
he's like
announced him and John
Homelander,
Cena.
Homelander,
Yeah,
Homelander.
I'm
Oh
like,
my god.
bro, they're waiting for it. That's what I'm saying. Now, if the WWE follows the fans like they always do, well, not always, but like they normally do, you're going to put Cody Rhodes in a position to make him heel that everybody's going to want for a second. Then they see
Now,
that the character is the same.
you're right.
He's just a heel. They're going to be like, I don't like this.
Can I be honest with you? You want to know who a guy, one of the guys that I see on programming? Obviously, he's out injured. Well, I hope it's not too serious. That guy, a guy that does his job like very, very well, and is generating show heat. And no, it's not Logan Paul. It's not Logan Paul. It's another guy. Gunther. Gunther.
Gunther ain't no heel. He comes off. The character is a heel for
His
sure,
cut
but
there. Yes,
he's
that's what
not.
I'm
He's
saying.
not no heel.
Character. There. That's it. The character portrayal of Gunther
Yeah.
is this guy that thinks he's just above and beyond everybody that he's in the ring with, above and beyond everybody
Now,
outside as far as the fans.
right now,
The
what
crowd, and he gets people booing him and even saying things like, "You
you
tapped out. You tapped out ever since Jay Uso beat him."
you just said you just said it. You just said it. You said Gunther, a guy who thinks. No, he's not thinking
No,
nothing.
no, 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 no,
But no, what
no.
I'm
I'm
saying,
saying his character
I'm
says
saying,
that
but
way.
hold on. You just explained that his character. We
Uh huh.
get that. But what I'm saying is, that's not legit because he literally can beat everybody. So it's not a guy who thinks. It's that guy who can beat everybody. That's why his confidence is like that because nobody's proving him
Oh,
wrong.
I get your point. I get your point.
Now I can
Yeah,
see
yeah,
now,
yeah.
but of course he hasn't won against CM Punk. Well, wait, did he? He just won against CM Punk.
Yeah, he
But
beats him.
I think
Punk
that
is
was probably that's probably one of his best matches he's ever done. Is the one because
absolutely,
you win against a real opponent. Now I'm not saying that Sami Zayn ain't a real opponent. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying
right,
Cody Rhodes isn't a real opponent either. But he's not CM Punk. He's not Seth Rollins. He's not Roman Reigns. He's not Braun Breaker. And so Gunther got a lot of people he got to fight.
right.
But everybody that he's fought so far, he put down.
Yes.
So for him to have that confidence and not to say anything, and another reason why his character is so dope, that's why I'm like he's not a heel to
Well, I'll
me,
put it to you this
is
way.
because he has not done anything dirty ever. He just beat you and told you how to
No,
beat you.
he just beats you up, and
That's
he
not a
brags about it on live television, and he doesn't
that's
care about
that's
how people
that's
perceive
not a
him.
heel. That's
No, no,
that's not
no.
a heel then,
He
Josiah.
doesn't. Beasley, what I'm
That's not
saying
a
is this.
heel.
Here's what I'm saying. Here's what I'm saying. He's not looking for the adulation of the fans to support him. He doesn't care
That's
about the
still
fans.
not a heel, bro. That's not a heel. When you
No,
think of a heel, you think of somebody who's dirty. Gunther has not done anything dirty yet. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to get you to understand. Heels do every heel we know do something dirty. Dominic Mysterio do something dirty. Seth Rollins do. He's not even a heel to me, but Seth Rollins do something dirty, get help. Roman Reigns
when
when he was
Gunther
tribal
attacked
chief.
Jimmy Uso in front of Jay Uso, and Jimmy was bloody up. That's not a heel move.
That's not a heel move, bro. That's somebody beating up
Yeah,
two
I'm asking
people.
you. That's all I'm doing. I'm asking you. I'm asking
Yeah,
you.
to me, that's not a heel move. The reason
Got
why
you.
it's not a heel move because of the fact that you're going against multiple people. It's still you by yourself. I could see Gunther had his own squad. He don't even got his own squad. You going against Jay and Jimmy. What you thought? I got to take one of y'all out of here. Y'all tried to
What
get
that?
me.
Let me see. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
You
I
know what I'm
got
saying?
you.
Like, if y'all tried to get me, I can't be like, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? I got to let that slide. No, bro. I got to put one of y'all down. Now, to talk to him and all that stuff, people would, from the outside looking in, of course, you'll be like, oh, yeah, that's crazy. You left his son. I mean, not his son. I'm tripping. You left his brother there and you had him bloodied up. Yeah,
What
but
is
at the
it?
same
What
time,
about
bro,
what he said towards Goldberg about his son from last year, Bad Blood?
all that's what I'm saying is baby faces say the same thing, bro. When John Cena said that he was going to take out Brock Lesnar, or when John Cena said he was going to take out Batista, when John Cena said he was going to take out Randy Orton, he was saying that as a face.
Somebody said that Gunther is the perfect heel. Gunther is really the best bad guy in the WWE. It seems
He's not
natural
a
to
bad,
him.
but
Right,
he's not
that's
a
how he
he's
actually
not a
is. The way
bad
he
guy.
talks down to people is funny AF, and he can actually whoop everybody's behind. If he was around in the 90s, he would have been a top guy.
This is the thing. This is the thing. I think. Okay, so okay, let's say this. Let's say we got a confident rapper, and he's really good. So
Yeah,
he's so confident. The only reason why y'all don't like him is because he's confident. But he is better than everybody. How does he become a bad guy? Because of the fact that he's confident. He's not a bad guy because
because
he's confident. He's better
oh,
than all in real life. And he
I I
tells
I
you,
I,
I'm better
I,
than you, bro.
I love that you're asking that question. Love that you're asking that question. Because some, and this is not me. I want to feel this way because I support anybody. If you're good, you're just good. Like,
Yeah,
listen,
right.
I may not necessarily personally probably like Logan Paul, but as a professional wrestler, the man is up there amongst one of the best to ever do it. For real, for real. Like, he's already one of the best.
Mm-hmm.
With that said, the
Brass knuckles.
perception of Logan Paul from a lot of people is that he's this privileged, let's call it for
Yeah.
what it is, privileged white boy
Mm-hmm.
who was handed a silver spoon, got
Mm-hmm.
everything afforded to him. He can have a podcast. He done did acting. He done did
Yeah.
YouTube. He
Right.
got into pro wrestling. He's
Mm-hmm.
always everywhere. He done did some controversial stuff and got away with it. And the WWE still does business with him, so he can get away with
Mm-hmm.
anything. His brother
Mm-hmm.
Jake Paul also does the same thing to a party, to a worse degree, whatever it is, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
So when you see a person like Logan Paul
Mm-hmm.
winning, it it rubs you off the wrong way because you're going. If I don't like that because I could win the way just by having great morals or great whatever it is about your character.
Right.
To people on the surface, the perception for Logan Paul is that he's handed everything, which means he's offered everything, which means he essentially is everything you want to be and more. And so
Right.
you're jealous of him, right?
And there you
Some
go.
people hate that.
There you go.
Some people
Pause the whole conversation. Now pause the
go
whole
ahead,
conversation.
go ahead.
You're healed because you're jealous of another individual. Logan Paul
Me?
ain't doing nothing. No, not you, but I'm saying because you're explaining it. I'm not talking to you, bro.
Oh, okay.
No shots at you at all. No, I'm saying, but when people are saying that, they're looking and be like, oh, they're jealous. The jealous people are
Yes,
the heels because they're mad that they didn't get fed with the
yes,
silver spoon. That's
yes,
what I'm saying. Like and
yes.
Logan
So
Paul,
the so
you're using brass knuckles. That makes you a heel all the way. That's why I'm like, bro, no. There's a lot
so
of
this is
people
what I'm
that
gonna say.
this is
This is what,
go
this
ahead.
is what I'm
That's
gonna say.
crazy.
I love that you said that because the reality of that is, bro, BZ, you just hit a shoot. You know what a shoot is in wrestling terms?
Yeah, I know the shoot. Yeah, I know the
Yes.
shoot. Yeah.
You just shoot right now onto offense. By the way, anybody who comments on the section, if you guys are like this, we love you, but you're a heel, right?
Yeah, right.
So
Yeah.
so I'm gonna say it right now. In that case, in reality, yes, they are heels.
They're heels,
They
bro.
are heels. They
They're
are.
heels, bro.
In the fantasy of it from the WWE's lens, we have to portray and tell a story we want to tell it to showcase what we're trying to tell. Gunther may
Right.
not be saying
What
I'm
up,
a
man?
bad guy. He doesn't have to say he's a bad guy. He just
Right.
shows it.
That's
So
true.
because he shows it and because of the way he beats your favorite guys and he crushes your like they were like Nassim Roberts said this on his podcast. He says Gunther is like Brock Lesnar in the sense that when you're hoping for your guy to win against, the bad guy,
Uh-huh.
the bad guy crushes all of your dreams and gives you a nightmare, a traumatic nightmare for what Brock Lesnar does, and Gunther does the same exact thing. Obviously, he didn't do that with CM Punk.
Right.
People say if CM Punk after SummerSlam, the whole crowd would have gas because they would have been like, man, Punk didn't win. Ah, boom, 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 boom. Which,
Right.
believe it or not, would have worked because CM Punk is that beloved. Absolutely.
Right.
With
Right.
that said, it's more of a show and a tell. He tells you how good he is, and on the
Mm-hmm.
surface, you should be rocking with him. You should be supporting him. You should be saying he's one of the best wrestlers and great wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
But because he's too good, that
Right.
the same thing with Logan Paul. They're
Right.
too good. Even though Logan Paul will come more like a jerk and a little bit more like, oh my God, like he's so insufferable, whatever like that, right? That's how it
Right.
works for him. Gunther is so good that you hate him succeeding. You hate the fact that he's doing very well. And then on top of that, he gets to brag about it. He gets to show off. He comes out here with these suits. He's a foreign guy, which by the way, I'm not racist, but you know how it
Right.
is
Right.
with our
Yeah.
country,
Right.
right? So
Mm-hmm.
he's all this, and he gets all these opportunities. He had a long running IC title run. He beat your favorite guys. WWE title run, beat your favorite guys. beat Jake Uso for the World Heavyweight title on top of that too, which
Yeah.
people did not like.
Yeah.
Nobody liked that, right?
Right.
So,
Mm-hmm.
with all of that said, it's more of a show of what he's doing than rather him telling it.
Right.
Now, he doesn't have to tell about how bad he is. But
Right.
people love Jimmy and Jay Uso. Sorry, Jay and Jimmy Uso. When he beat up Jimmy Uso, going back to my point about that,
Mm-hmm.
they love the Usos because
Mm-hmm.
the fans saw what the Usos not only went through as a tag team, they saw what they went through from the bloodline, bro, with Roman Reigns' abuse.
Mm-hmm.
They saw all of that, and so the fans were emotionally endeared towards them to the point when Jimmy took on Gunther and did what he did in front of Jay. That got the crowd going. Oh yeah, Jay, it gotta be all smoke next week. You gotta get this. You gotta get that man. You gotta get your lip back. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah.
People were saying that. So when Jay
Mm-hmm.
Uso came out from the following week and said, "I'm gonna be afraid of what I'm going to do to you at WrestleMania," people were expecting WrestleMania to be a bloodbath. I was not expecting it to be no bloodbath because it
Right.
wasn't that serious. But
Exactly.
I, but I kind of get it to a degree because he bludgeoned your brother in front of you, got you hooked to a zip tie. Your brother's bleeding out across his face. When
Right.
he's showing you your brother, he's telling, and I don't know if you caught it on camera, but Gunther called Jay Uso the P word before he put Jimmy in the sleeper hold. So
Oh
like,
no.
so
No, I
like
didn't
when
catch
you're
that.
saying things like that, and it's called on camera, you need to get it. You need to get it, right? Like
Right.
pause. You need to get that work. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, and so that's why it works. It's because he effectively shows where he tells.
But that still don't make
But you
that
still,
still.
yep,
Yeah,
I knew it,
bro.
I knew it.
Like
But
nah, that's
I was
still.
ready for that bud. I was ready for that bud. Go ahead though.
Yeah, no, because I'm in agreement with how that comes off. But when you look at everyday
Yeah,
life, that junk just don't happen. I'm like, when you see somebody that's just overprivileged and stuff like that, bro. When you hate them, you just mad that you ain't getting that silver spoon. You can't
I
be mad
agree.
at them because
I
they got
agree.
served that way because they mom and dad and them got them a college fund and they got 100,000 and they can go wherever they want to go. You can't. Yeah,
Which is
it's just a lot
why
of people be jealous that they can't go do that. I get it, but that don't make them a
Which is
bad
why
person.
back then people loved Dusty Rhodes over Ric Flair.
Oh yeah,
Some love
yeah,
Ric Flair because they were like, we can relate to Ric Flair. We want to be like Ric Flair. And there were
right.
some that were like, nah, Ric Flair is everything that we don't want to be because look how he treats the woman. Look how he treats himself.
Well, yeah,
Look how he
that's
carries
the
himself as far as a wrestler.
yeah.
Dusty Rhodes is a common man. I should support Dusty Rhodes. You know why? Because he's an everyday, regular blue card guy.
See,
He's what
that's what
I
I'm
see on
saying.
a regular basis. I don't
Right.
see I don't see jet flying, limousine riding, kids stealing,
Yeah,
doing.
yeah,
I don't
kids
see that on.
saying,
I don't see that every
yeah,
single day. So
yeah,
I can see me being around a Dusty Rhodes, who might be a mechanic, who might
yeah.
be, you know what I mean, like who
Every
might be
day, I get it.
a
I get it.
construction worker or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you got to do to pay your dues, right?
Yeah, I get it.
People relate to that. That's the beauty of professional wrestling. Is it's all about emotion. How do I make you feel? Do you love me? Do you hate me? Do you support me? Do you not rock with me whatsoever? It's all about the feel.
Yeah,
With CM Punk, and I'm glad, I hope you watched the most open video that I had sent you.
Yeah,
But Bowie broke it down perfectly. When Punk slipped Gunther, and Gunther fell face first onto the announce table.
yeah.
What emotion did you get out of CM Punk doing that?
You
Hope.
said what emotion did I got?
No, he asked David Gregory this, and
Oh, oh, okay.
Bowie gave him a little hint. He said, what's the word that you felt as far as your emotion that you felt about Punk in that moment?" He said, "Hope," and Bowie said, "Hope." That's it. That's it. Because throughout the whole match, what was beautiful about this match,
It's getting ball
was
ball.
that Punk was getting his butt beat.
But didn't I text you though? I text you that. I was like, bro, he's
Yeah,
winning too much. He's about to lose. Like I mean,
you did.
yeah, I was like, Gunther's too
You
confident.
did.
Like he's about to lose.
You
I
did.
was like, bro,
You
they do
did.
that every
You
time.
did. Yes.
They get too confident. The only person that was confident and they still won was Becky. I thought
Yes.
she was gonna lose. I was like, yo, she's killing, but it's too much. Like, yo, she about to lose. But I didn't see the Bailey joint come through. The Bailey joint
Yeah.
when it came through,
Yeah.
oh,
Because you notice, because anytime the Bayfans gets more offense over the heel, we can tell
yep,
already
they're gonna lose.
they're going to lose. The heel gets more offense, Bayfans is going to lose. Right?
That's
I
something.
I, I
That's
completely
something they
agree.
need to fix. They got to fix that.
Wrestling 101. Yeah, make it even, bro. Stop doing
Yeah,
even and odd. I
they got to
agree.
fix that. That stuff be too obvious. I'm like, oh no, this is
Yes.
it. They're winning too much. Yep.
Yes. Absolutely. And the same.
And
Okay.
the first
Again,
time I
same thing
started
with
noticing,
Gunther and
the
Jay
first
Uso
time I,
too.
yeah, the first time I started noticing that, it was a while back when Roman Reigns went against Brock Lesnar, and he was on Suplex City, and Roman Reigns found a way to still win. I think Seth Rollins came and cashed in on that match, but that match,
That was
Roman Reigns
31.
was
WrestleMania
actually
31.
yeah, that was the Roman Reigns was like he was getting destroyed,
Brock
but he
whooped
kept
that
getting up.
boy down though. Brock was whooping
He
Roman Reigns.
kept getting him
It
up.
looked bad,
Yes,
bro.
yeah,
It looked
it
bad.
was. But he was still be he was it was like the rope a dope because he took all of it and then was capable of breaking Brock down. And I was like, whoa,
Yes.
man,
Yes.
like
Yes. Yes. Yes.
whoa, yeah.
Yes.
I think that was the Seth Rollins cash in because they both was jacked up after
It
that.
was
Yep,
ISO Century. Yup.
that match was fire. That match was dope.
It
That
was.
match was dope.
At the time, I was going, Roman Reigns, why you ain't beating this dude up,
He's
man? Come
getting
on, you
wild.
supposed to be
He was
you was in
getting
the Shield.
destroyed.
You powerbomb fuckers all day on time. I
Yep.
saw you do
He
this. I
was
saw you do
killing him.
drive-bys, and you get your butt
He
beat by
was
Brock Lesnar,
killing him.
bro. Come on, you supposed to be on the same level.
Yeah, he was dogging him, bro. I was like, dang, man, I ain't never seen one
Yep.
get thrown around like this. I same thing when I said with Cena. I was like, bro, I ain't seen Cena get thrown around. That's how Suplex City started, right? Wasn't it with Cena?
Yes. Yep.
I can't
We
wait to see
get
the
John
shirt.
Cena. I want
They
to
don't
say
got the shirts
16
yet.
suplexes.
Yeah,
16, bro.
they don't got the shirts out yet. Maybe Brock can't do 16 no more, but I'm waiting. Well, you might not be. He might not be able to do it with Paul not being in his corner. Paul might have been a part of that. The
Suplex
you know what I'm saying?
City.
The Suplex City. Yeah, Paul that might have been something Paul's idea because when Brock came back, he hasn't put nobody in Suplex City since.
And you know what was funny about it? People would chant Suplex City, but some people hated it because they was
Yeah,
like, Brock is
shoot,
so
I rock
boring.
with it.
He
I
does too
rock
many
with
dirty
it.
suplexes. But guess
I rock
what though?
with it. That was
Guess
killing
what?
boys.
Here's why I'm about to tell the fans something that they probably don't even know about. Some fans may know this, and some fans may not know this. He was telling a story the whole time with the German suplexes. That was the beauty of it.
You're right.
When
Yeah,
Brock was hitting you with the German suplexes, what he was telling you in the story was he was in control.
yeah,
So, if you were the babyface, you needed to find a way to expose his weakness. Brock
yeah,
has some weaknesses. You just had to find what it was, just so you can beat. Like Brock, that was the beauty of his matches. Brock Lesnar really understood psychology, in-ring psychology,
yeah,
and he understood selling. People don't give him a lot of credit for his selling. Brock sells. When Brock sells, he gonna sell like
yeah.
that one way. Um, again, I mentioned Daniel Bryan, but the Dan Bryan match that he had with him at Survivor Series
Oh yeah, I was.
was outstanding.
Yeah, that was crazy.
AJ Styles held his own against Brock too, and
Yeah, yeah,
let me see. AJ Styles had Brock in the and Brock was in pain for real.
Yeah,
Brock took AJ's head and bounced his head multiple times in the ring. Do you remember that?
yeah, I remember.
I was like, dang, bro.
Yeah, you're doing too much.
He
Cut
did
back, cut
crazy.
back,
He went
cut
crazy
back.
with it.
Yeah,
You feel me? So yeah, but that was a match because they were going to do Jeremy Hall originally, but then they were like, it's not going to be
that's good.
exciting and
Oh,
normal.
yeah.
So they pivoted and
Just
went
one.
with AJ, which to
That's
me
all.
made for a better match. And then Paul Heyman put AJ to the side and told him that he said he is like the Bret Hart and the Shawn Michaels of our generation. That's huge praise. Like he put him over like big. Um. So yeah, bro. But this idea about being a heel,
I'm telling you, bro. Like, it's just people who look at it from different eyes, different perspectives. Right?
I love how you point out the reality
All right,
of
man.
wrestling fans
Appreciate you.
being a heel. That's funny to me. That's hilarious, bro.
What you talking about?
Because it's true. You know why it's funny? Because it's true. It's
Yeah,
so
that's what I'm
freaking.
saying, bro. Like,
It's so
that's
true.
yeah. Like, cats ain't looking at it from that way. I'm like, bro. A
You
lot of
want to
people,
look at
like, you're
heels?
like,
Look at the
like.
crowd.
Yeah, the people was like, bro, like you can really be like, no, you're the heel, bro. Why are you mad at me? Because my mom brought me up right, the upbringing of me. I'm not used to the 9 to 5
Yes.
joints that y'all got. Like I'm not used to that. I'm on a bigger scale. Like, yeah, and we look at him and be like, oh man, I knew he was better than everybody because he got on J's and he came to school with a Gucci bag and all that. So now everybody everybody want to pick on that person. Everybody want to beat that person up or whatever, whatever,
Here's the
because they
kicker,
were blessed
BZ.
with a silver spoon.
And I love that. And here's the kicker, BZ. Who in WWE's women's division got the most hate for that very same reason?
In the women's division,
Yo, take a wild guess.
Charlotte.
Bingo!
Yeah, Charlotte. That's my
Circle
favorite.
gets the
Yeah,
square.
yeah,
Bingo.
yeah.
Charlotte Flair.
14-time
Why?
champion. Her dad is
Yup.
everything. You know what I'm saying? They never got
Yup.
probably everything she wanted. Type. Yeah,
Yup.
yeah. Charlotte. Yeah,
Yep.
Charlotte.
But if you don't watch WWE Unreal and know about the reality of Charlotte, then
Yeah,
you can still hate her for whatever reason. Cool.
yeah, yeah,
So I'll put you that way.
yeah,
Yes, sir. Oh
yeah.
boy, this has been great. This has been great. We went from talking about business deals to heel turns, and which is funny because they actually have a heel turn episode in WWE Unreal. How
Yeah,
ironic is that?
yeah.
But yeah, John Cena. I think to a degree. I think it was fun while it lasted. I kind of wish it was a little bit more. I think Cena could have went a little bit longer with it,
I
but
don't think
then
the John Cena had no more heel joints in him. Like all we was getting from John Cena was
true.
good heel promo and belt. You know what I'm saying? Cheating to get. You know what I'm saying? Like other than that,
But
like
could you
it's like
imagine? Could you imagine if John Cena was still healed by the time he faced Brock Lesnar and Brock was in the roles were reversed?
that's what I wanted to see. I rather would have seen that
That would have been interesting.
because now, and I hate to say this, but John Cena being the face, we're about to get the weaker side of John.
Yeah,
So it's a possibility that he's got a couple matches he about to take L's to. He's
yeah,
gonna
bro.
look weaker than expected. It's crazy how the WWE works. When you're a heel, you see how my boy Roman Reigns getting beat up every week. You look weak. You look crazy. Everybody else is like, you know what I'm saying? But you're putting people over. It just I don't know, bro. Like I don't know. Like Roman Reigns is putting the vision over so crazy. It's insane. The way he get hit by Braun Breaker, Roman Reigns is like he's about to die. Same way when he take the tsunamis. He's selling that stuff like crazy, bro. And they said behind the scenes
Yes.
that he's a fan of them. He's a super fan of Braun Breaker
Yep.
and Bresson Reed. That's why he's selling it so crazy. He loves them cats. He rock with them heavy. He's rocking with them. Not John
Yep.
Cena. Roman Reigns is doing the same thing he did with the bloodline when he had them, putting these people over, and they're not even in the bloodline. He's putting them over. He's still putting people over. And but the way that Roman Reigns puts people over is different because Roman Reigns' aura is crazy. So like John Cena,
Yes,
he got I don't even know if John Cena got an aura. I think honestly, like they said, I think Triple H is right. The only people that got auras in the WWE is Rhea Ripley and Roman Reigns. That
yes.
that aura that Rhea Ripley got is crazy for the women's division. It's crazy. Even though she don't be winning, it don't matter.
I
It's
agree.
Rhea.
And,
You
and
see,
you know what's crazy about Roman and Rhea is the fact that back then it wasn't that. It
no,
was
it
not
wasn't.
that for none of them. No, it wasn't.
You
Now,
y'all, y'all ever notice that y'all never notice that Io Sky don't get a pop when she comes out, but yet she's the best in the women's division? You ever notice that?
no,
Like watch it. Like even
no,
on
she gets
Sunday,
a pop. She gets
she
a
don't
pop,
get
but
it,
she don't. But it don't be like nuclear. It don't
and
be
it
like,
should,
oh my
and,
gosh, it's Io
and
Sky.
she's the champ. That's what I'm saying.
I
She's
agree.
the
I
champion.
agree. But I
And
think the reason why for that reason is because people don't look at Io. See, the thing about Rhea,
they
what
tripping.
helped Rhea was first of all, it's not even her NXT run. Part of that, if you are a big fan of Rhea and you follow her NXT run like I did, because I watched Rhea back in NXT all throughout all that. So for those that weren't that much of a fan of Rhea, I was that much of a fan of Rhea from back then. So by the time she got to the main roster, the WWE clearly did not know what they wanted to do with her. And it wasn't Hunter, it was Vince. I hate to say this, but going back to Vince right quick. Vince will flip flop on her being babyface and heel. 1 week she was babyface, the next week she was heel. I'm not making this up. You can ask Rhea. She talked about it in interviews. It was crazy. So she didn't have an identity for herself around time quite all yet. Not to say that she didn't know who she was, but her character wasn't being developed. I'll put you that way. It wasn't being developed. She already had a character. She just didn't have it developed. So when they had her turn heel on, I want to say Liv Morgan, if I'm not mistaken. She had turned heel on Liv Morgan. And it was right after they had that tag team championship match for WrestleMania. I forget what year it was. But she had turned heel on Liv Morgan. Then she kind of like went through this phase of just doing more heel work, boom, boom, boom. Like nowhere done for real, until she joined the Judgment Day, right? When
Right.
she joined the Judgment Day, I don't think it had immediately took off, but it immediately took off the moment they got Edge out. Okay, then they were harassing Rey Mysterio and Dominic Mysterio week to week, and the crowd was kind of like eating it up. And then Dominic Mysterio joined her, and then the mommy thing, the dirty Dom, you are my poppy, boom, 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 whatever like that. Pause. Like all this stuff got them over. It got her even more over. So as the year progressed, she just looked cool. She looked fine. But a lot of people were bro. People were like wanting to be a Rhea that one way. I know. I should know because I was one of them. BZ, you were one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Not obviously not fully one to be with her, but you get my point, right?
Mm-hmm.
We had a good friend of ours that wanted to be with her. We would be in group chats talking about like how fine she was, like
Oh,
from a look
oh,
wise,
what?
very attractive woman, very attractive, very
Very.
woman, right?
Oh, bro. Yeah.
But also on top of that, she looks cool just by being herself. She's got that gothic look, that emo kind of like look. She has this dark long hair. She's tall, muscular, but very, very pretty. Doesn't even matter. And on top of that, she is entertaining. She's entertaining. She's smiling. She can be happy 1 minute, next minute she got that switch. You see what I'm saying? So they got her so over with that group that by the time she was an official baby face, that one way, it was like, yeah. Rhea, at this point in time, we can't have her be a heel. There were even points at times when she was being a heel that the crowd was not booing her. They were not
That's
booing her. Everybody was chanting mommy.
facts. Right.
Rhea, marry me, Rhea Ripley. They were chanting her name, Rhea Ripley. Nobody was even trying to boo her. Why? Because she looked super cool. She looked cool. Her presence, her aura, the way she carries herself, is just something about Rhea that you can't deny. That's just what it was. Roman Reigns, the same thing. But I think Roman Reigns came because it came with a lot more respect over time because the Big Dog character did not get much love. It just didn't. Let's keep it real.
Right.
It didn't get much love. I think it worked for Rhea because of the group, because of her, and because of what she did while she was with the group and then post the group. That's why her aura is off the charts. The same thing with Roman Reigns. Roman did masterful heel work, masterful bloodline stable storyline work to the point where when he left, even though Cody Rhodes was champion, what did the crowd chant, BZ?
Oh, we want Roman.
We won Roman.
Hmm.
And just like that, they already had missed Roman Reigns.
Right.
Just like that. They saw him lose the belt in his whole 4-year run, and they were
Hmm.
like, we want him back now. Come
We
bring
want
him
him
back
back.
now because we have now not only fallen in love with that story, we fall in love with Roman Reigns.
Hmm.
Not only have we fallen in love with Roman Reigns, we want to see Roman Reigns come back no longer as this bad guy. We're now accepting of the fact that he can be a babyface, and we're going to be for him. Because back
Right.
then, they forced it. They forced it, and they forced it, and no matter how many times they forced it, everyone booed him. Boo! Boo!
Right.
You suck. You can't wrestle. They gave that man a hard time. Even
Right.
when he was going through leukemia, they gave him a hard time.
Hmm.
Let's talk about that. That was real life, bro. If you want to take it there. But once he came back, it was like, oh yeah, he's really that. And the WWE were able to tell the whole audience when he came back as Tribal Chief that this was our guy for a reason. People, he had it. He had the it factor. He just had it.
Yep.
So because he had it, and because Rhea has it, it's just come on, bro. Come on. That's how you. That's why they have auras, bro. That's why when they come out, Rhea comes out. Once you hear this is my brutality, the crowd is popping. They said I've already heard from 2 people. They said WWE's production when you watch the shows don't do it justice. They said it was loud when you was there. They said it was very loud.
They're
I
probably
believe it.
sitting down there.
You said what?
They probably was sitting down there towards the floor.
That makes sense.
Yeah. But when we was
That makes
sitting
sense.
there, we heard it when Roman hit. But that was, you know what I'm saying? That was Rhea with who did no, who was she with at that SummerSlam? She wasn't in Judgment Day at that time, was she? Or no?
Well,
That wasn't the
against
turn.
Liv,
Was that the turn? Yeah. I mean, was that
well,
the
with Dominic Song,
dominant?
Liv,
Yeah. Was that it?
yeah, he was there.
Yeah, okay, that was the one. Yeah, so yeah, yep. Yeah, so at that
Was it
time she
loud
came out.
when she came out?
No, no, because when she came out with Dominant, it was weaker. It was just like what it is now,
Really?
like with her standing on her own by herself right now. That's way louder than what it was with because you still had Dom with you. So it was just like,
Ah, I got
you
you.
know what I'm saying? Now it's like you by yourself. It's like only persons pop who don't change, and it's like that. When Roman Reigns came out with the Usos, that pop was still there. When he came out with Solo, the pop was still there. When he came out with Paul Heyman and all of them together, pop was still there. And then when him coming out by himself, the pop is still there. Some people dim your light, i.e. Dominic Mysterio dim Rhea's. At first, it was.
Yes.
I mean, as far as like
This
when
is
she
true.
came out, not this was not when she came out, not her wrestling ability, nothing like that. But I'm talking about when she came
Right.
out, when her theme music hit. Dominant dimmed that. Like, nah, it's like nah. But now when she comes out by herself,
Because at
like,
that
nah.
point in time, the crowd still hated Dominic.
Yeah,
They did not love
exactly,
him.
exactly. So now,
So
now it's different. It hit totally different now. Like it hit different now. You know what I'm saying? So yeah,
it's funny. Dominic still wins. Well, there was that one night where he got cheered on Raw for whatever reason. They were cheering for Dom, even though he lost during the match. And then when he won the IC title, it was like, yes,
yeah.
we're now finally behind Dominic. It's like you're finally behind Dominic because your prediction for him to win the belt was right, or were you finally behind Dominic? But wait before all of that, which is why I think that's why it's interesting why he remains a heel because I don't think he wants to turn babyface. I don't think he does.
But that's the reason why, like, the WWE is trying so hard to make heels heels and faces faces, but they have no control. It's the fans' control. It's the fans'
Tiffany
control.
Stratton, I'm glad you pointed this out. Did you watch that interview with Tiffany Stratton on Bust Up Maria besides Jay Cargill's?
I watched some of it. I didn't get a chance to see the whole thing.
Dave LaGreca or Tony, I think Dave LaGreca or Tony Jr. asked her this question. They said, when I look at you, you come across to me more as a heel than a babyface. So I don't understand like why like not why the crowd cheers for it, but rather why having the WWE kind of like shifted towards you being more of that is what he was asking her. And she put it best. She said this, and to me, what she said was completely genius because it's true. Why? Because of why fickle-minded people. She said, when I got notice from the fans, it was in Australia from last year at Chamber. Remember, she had faced she was in that match. She didn't win though, but she had a great showing, and the crowd chanted "Tippy time." She said there was no necessary need for me to change who I was because at the end of the day, I was already portraying heel. So when I slowly morphed into a babyface, what is there for me to change as far as like my outlook on everything? Like I got the crowd behind me, but I didn't really change much because if I had changed much, then the crowd would have turned on me. And she's right. She's completely right.
But
Tiffany
everybody's like,
Stratton, what WWE did very well, and what she did very well was they pivoted to we're making her a babyface without her fully morphing into a babyface. If you catch my drift, like she's not coming out there getting the hands, like clapping the hands of the crowd. She's not hugging babies. She's not taking autographs. She's not doing none of that. She's still being Tiffany Stratton on live television. It's just that the fans love her. If she would have had changed, the crowd would have been like, nah, we want the old Tiffany back. We want this back. We want that back. Why? Because they're fickle. That's why. She does anything morally good, and everyone's going to go, I'm tired of this. We want that back. We're tired of this. You don't know what you want, bro. You don't. That's why it was great. So,
I mean, the answer that she gave is a perfect answer, but that's for
it is.
everybody. Roman Reigns didn't change either.
No.
That's what I'm saying. When it comes to anybody who changed from face to heel or heel to face or whatever, they don't change nothing. The only thing they change is the opponents. Like I'm gonna ask this question, and it's for
Mm-hmm.
everybody.
Yeah, go ahead.
Is Brock Lesnar a heel or face?
Oh, that's a good
A
question.
lot of people would say, "Oh, well, he's a heel because he hit John Cena." What that mean?
Right.
He got a pop. So you know what I mean? Are we going? If we're
Yeah.
going based off of pops for heels and faces, there's not no heels in the WWE except for Logan Paul.
Yeah.
So when you try to, you know what I'm saying? When you go out there and do what you do regularly, and they still pop for you, face or heel, it's hard to change into anything else. It's like, bro, I'm not changing. I'm just being this. They saying that this is a face, or they saying this is a heel. So when I change, I'm still going out there doing the same thing I do every week. It's up to the fans if this week they want to root for me, and if they don't want to root for me next week. Cody Rhodes was doing the same thing he do all the time and got booed out the gym when they announced his name on SummerSlam. He ain't changed nothing. It's up to the fans. Whatever the fans feel like that day. That's why you said fickle. It's true. Like, bro, this week I'm rocking with you. Next week I can't stand you. Week after I can't wait till you win. Week after we want Roman. Like what? But that's only for certain people. After you get that aura, it doesn't matter.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You know why? You know how it works. This is gonna sound crazy, but you know how the baby faces and heels actually work is when WWE decides to go to the international shows.
Oh yeah, yeah,
When they go to Backlash or when they go to sorry not Backlash when they go to France, which is what they're gonna do for Clash in Paris this upcoming 31st for a month of August. The
yeah.
crowd will know who's babyface and the crowd will know who's the heels. But they're gonna come across as a fan for sure as too. But they're going to definitely come out and show out to cheer and boo. They're
True.
cheering and booing for it to be a part of the show. They're not cheering and booing because they really have an issue with either one of these wrestlers. The problem with wrestling fans nowadays is they're going, we have an issue with you because you're this and we don't like this personality about you, so you need to change up on this personality. Why? If it's my personality, why do I have to change anything? That's my real life personality.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, okay, for instance, and I'm not saying this to be spiteful. I'm not saying this to disclose any of our business, BZ. I'm not going to even say nothing about it. I'm just keep this between me and you.
Mm-hmm.
But BZ, personally, what you have told me before, when a certain person tries to tell you that you can't be yourself, if you know where I'm going.
Yeah, right.
You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Why should I have to change your personality? Because at the end of the day, from what I know about BZ can joke. And BZ can joke with you in a way at times where you're going, it kind of hurt my feelings. But he's not meaning to hurt your feelings. He's just joking for the sake of just joking. Just like how he can have joke. You can say a joke about him, and guess what? He has tough skin. I have tough skin.
Right.
I'm gonna be honest with you. My skin toughened up when I got with you, Rail, and Ebony. When y'all cracked jokes on me, I did not take any offense towards it at all. Did it annoy me at times, if I'm being honest? Maybe sometimes. Right. But regardless, y'all my big brain big sister. So I had to go, let me train my brain to not think that way because they're coming at me still with love. They just like coming at me in a way where it's like, hey, Josiah, you just all bit them into these opportunities for us to get towards you with.
Right.
So, with that said, you're not allowing nobody to change who you are. At all. If we're talking this from a real life approach, I can't be. I asked somebody at my job the other day. I said, bro, when you come across me the first time, I said, did you think of me as an a-hole? I just asked him, right? To be honest with you, and he was like, nah. He said, well, yeah, kinda. I said, really? I was like, really? Because if you ask anybody else, for the most part, people will say Josiah's a very nice guy. He's bro. He's so positive. He's optimistic, man. He's the life of the party. He's loud. He got charisma. Whatever the case may be, I've been told these things from people, right?
Right.
So when this dude said, "Yeah, you kind of are one," and I was like I said, so if I was a bad guy, you would be booing me or hating me if I was a wrestler. He said, "Yeah." I said, okay. I said, I love that answer because me personally, yeah, I would be a bad guy. I would.
Yeah.
I don't want to be loved. I don't want to be accepted by you people. I need to fight for your acceptance. I need to fight you for your attention if you're going to go about loving me. If you can accept me and give me the attention that I'm warranted, no matter how much work I put in, there's no need for you to love me.
Right.
I don't need to be loved. That's another thing too. Like, why force? That's the problem I have with babyfaces. And Ray Warren put it lightly. He was on Stone Cold Steve Austin's Broken Skull sessions, and he said it. He said, like me, like me, like me, like me, like me. He put his hands out. Like me, like me, like me. Why do I have to like you?
Right.
Rock came out. Rocky sucks. Die. Rocky died. Now, I would not, me personally, I would not be wishing death on nobody. But that's crazy that they was like, bro, get him out of here. Like, I mean, he sucks.
Facts. Hold on, my brother's calling me. Hold on, pause 1 second. I'm gonna call you right back. All right.
Yep.
I feel that you ought to go. Treating me like I'm the man. I feel like you ought to go. The things that you do with your hands, I feel like you ought to go. The way that you twerk when you dance, I feel that you ought to. I feel that you ought to go. Treating me like I'm the man. I feel like you ought to go. The things that you do with your hands, I feel like you ought to go. The way that you twerk when you dance, I feel that you ought to go. Baby, you show it. That's for real. To me. And I can't keep it low-key. See, everything you do to me is crazy. Two to the dome, you know I came to kill. And all the DJs and beat